So, you may be looking at this and saying to yourself, what's the theme here? The theme looks like it's spider people, but then you have Venom. Venom's not a spider person, is he? Well, Venom web swings, Venom web claws. Venom's not affected by the spider sense. Venom got a lot of his abilities from Spider-Man. Venom is a spider character. So the theme for this is spider character. Scarlet Spider. Ben Riley. Uncle Ben's first name, and Aunt May's maiden last name made up Ben Riley's name. That is a much better costume. I do have to say, that is a better costume than that. I always liked the hoodie costume for Ben. A lot of the spider people have high fighting. Impact webbing. Something that Ben Riley invented that Spider-Man doesn't have. Basically, it's a ball of web that when it hits you, it expands and wraps around you. Very interesting stuff. He also had stingers, I believe. That's what those things are, stingers. And other gizmos and gadgets. He was more gadget-orientated than Spider-Man, which is cool. He took a totally different route than Spider-Man did, even though they're clones with the exact same memory as each other. When you're wrapped up in a web, it's hard for you to do anything for a bit of time. Even if you have the strength to break out of it, you do need to spend the time to break out of it. I didn't realize he had more pouches than just his belt. Hidden pouches make sense, because then the enemy doesn't know where to take from if they disarm you after knocking you unconscious. Hidden pouches make sense. The Clone Saga went on for 2 or 3 years too many. It was supposed to be 1 year, and I think it ended up being either 3 or 4. So yeah, as I said, 2 or 3 years too many. But at the beginning, and during it, there was clonal confusion to who was the real one, because even the writers didn't know who was real, if it was Ben or Peter. I believe the New Warriors is a team of superheroes, like the Guardians, Defenders, Avengers. I think that's what the New Warriors are. Could be wrong there. Steal your opponent's stuff to hit them with it? Yeah, that seems like a thing that Ben would do. The opponent's gonna throw a manhole cover at it. Use your sticky fingers to take that manhole cover and smack them in the head with it. See that there? This means this was in the Hirschfire Farms lunch thing. And you had to buy those in order to get it. This was a promo card. It's a good card though. Don't know what activator cards are. But as I said, Spider people have good fighting. Who is Spider Girl? Spider Girl is Spider-Man's daughter, Mayday Parker. I like Spider Girl. Spider Girl's a cool character. Like her father before her, she's a wall walker. All spiders can wall walk, even Venom. I don't know the lore behind this. I'm sorry. But, yeah. So, spiders, all the spider people have insane reflexes. So, yeah, it makes sense for her to have the insane reflexes that her father has, that his clone has, that this alien symbiote that stores powers has. I know this is a tangent, but when Parker had Parker Industries, he invented clever ways to detain his enemies, like a mobile Faraday cage for Electro and other stuff like that. The Parkers have been shown to be highly intelligent people, like Scarlet Spider and his impact webbing or stingers. No idea if inherent abilities are. Knowing inherent ability is probably good if your opponent has a good inherent ability. So Spider-Man. See? High fighting. Just like Scarlet Spider. Just like Spider-Girl. High fighting. 6 and 6 too. All his stats are high. Yeah, as I mentioned, Parker Industries. When Spider-Man was rich for a period of time in the comics. No, that was not when Doc Ock was controlling him. He was just rich on his own. Yeah. So, I don't know how I would have felt now if they had made Ben Riley Scarlet Spider the real Spider-Man, because we were following Peter Parker since the original Clone Saga to the 90s, which I think was like 30 plus years. So, but we're decades removed from the 90s now. So, I think I don't think I would be upset with it now. I might have been upset with it at the time. But time mellows people out. And this Clone Saga was way too big long. Everyone knows that. This is definitely taken from the Spider-Man the Animated Series, where I think it was the Spider-Man Animated Series where he did things like web shields. I could be wrong. That looks like the Spider-Man the Animated Series suit there. I could be wrong there. That definitely looks like a shot. And yeah, if your opponent's tied up in web, they're not going to be able to attack. I guess if you can climb up walls, you can avoid hits. Makes some sense, I guess. No one expects a vertical fight, yeah. Is that why they have such high fighting, the arachnid blood in them? Okay, that makes some sense, I guess. While I like Carnage because he's completely and utterly crazy, I do have to say that Venom is also cool. As I mentioned, he counts as a Spider-Person because he has Spider-Man-like abilities, and obviously including webbing. As you can see here, alien webbing is still webbing. Eddie Brock Venom. Eddie Brock. The fact that Eddie Brock worked out to become super strong, and the fact and the alien suit, it seems to be a multiplier of somebody's natural strength. Plus, it probably has super strength by attaching to Spider-Man for so long. I mean, yeah, rampages are very likely. Yeah. Um, Venom can make people panic very easily just by being Venom, because it's a goose suit on top of someone. That's freaky, man. So that was my theme of spider characters, where I talked about all these spider characters. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.